Hi, and welcome to the game day here in San Francisco. I'm Captain David with Spinnaker Sailing here at Pier 40. Today, we're going to talk about steerage, how the boat turns, and that pesky tiller. Our boat, the Andrews 21, does not have a steering wheel, and it does not have tires that grip the surface of the water. Instead, it's guided by a tiller, and the tiller is connected directly to the rudder. Now, on the Andrews 21, you can't see the rudder, but here on the J80, you can see how the rudder is connected directly to the tiller. And as you move the tiller, you move the rudder. To have steerage and control over the boat, whether powered by the wind or the engine, water needs to flow over the rudder. Why? Simply put, in order to turn the boat, we need to turn the rudder. And turning the rudder changes the flow of the water over the rudder and then changes the direction of the boat.
Here, you can see the water flow is coming from the right. As the water flows under the boat, it is passing over the rudder equally on each side. The equal flow allows the boat to go straight. In this shot, the tiller has been pushed to the left and the back of the rudder has turned to the right. Water flows undisturbed on the left, but on the right side of the rudder, water is being deflected and is pushing on the rudder, causing the boat to turn to the right. Here, the opposite is happening. The tiller has come to the right. The back of the rudder is to the left. Water is flowing freely on the right, but creating pressure on the left. This causes the boat to turn to the left.
So here's the confusing part when it comes to the tiller. When you move the tiller in one direction, the boat goes in an opposite direction. But here's a trick that might help you out when you find yourself confused. And by the way, we all mix it up from time to time. Pick the direction you want to go. In this case, I want to go to the right. So I'm going to take the tiller and push it to the left. And as I do so, I'm going to say, not this way. And now watch the bow go to the right. Now, if I want to go to the left, I'm going to do the opposite. I'm going to pick to the left, and I'm going to pull my tiller to the right. And I'm going to say, not this way. And watch the bow go to the left. Well, now I'm on the opposite side of the boat, but the same thing applies. I'm moving the tiller in the opposite direction of where I want to go. Right now, I want to go to the left. So I'm going to take that tiller, I'm going to push it to the right and say, not this way. And watch the bow as it turns to the left. So now if I want to go to the right, I'm going to do the opposite. I'm going to grab the tiller, I'm going to pull it to my left and watch the bow go to the right while saying, not this way, and watch the bow. This may seem silly, but it will help build your muscle memory until steering becomes second nature. When your instructor introduces the terms heading up and falling off or bearing away, we can use a similar trick with the tiller, except it's going to have more of a practical application. Heading up means changing your course to be closer to the direction of the wind, like changing from a beam reach to close haul. So instead of saying not this way, we're going to change it up. You're going to say, as you move the tiller, to the main is to the wind. So as you push that tiller to the main and watch your bow, the boat is going to turn towards the direction of the wind. Take a look and keep an eye on the bow of the boat.
Here, the wind is coming from the starboard side or the right side of the boat. As Garrett pushes the tiller to the main, the boat turns to the wind. The boat is now heading up. Here, we are on the opposite side of the boat. The wind is coming from the port or the left side. As Garrett pushes the tiller to the main, the boat turns toward the direction of the wind. The boat is now heading up.
falling off or bearing away is the opposite. The bow of the boat is turning away from the direction of the wind, like going from close hauled to a beam reach. With falling off, what we are thinking is this: away from the main is away from the wind. So as I pull the tiller away from the main, the bow is going to fall off or bear away from the wind.
Here, we are on the opposite side of the boat. The wind is coming from starboard or the right side. As Garrett pulls the tiller away from the main, the boat turns away from the wind. The boat is now falling off or bearing away.
Being consistent with the tiller may take a couple of days, and that's fine. You can't get a feel for the boat without making some mistakes. Just remember to watch the bow. If you're watching the bow and it's not going in the direction you want, move the tiller to the opposite side until you've corrected it. Well, I hope you found this video helpful, and until next time, cheers.